up, everybody? Welcome back to a Tuesday morning hobby drive. Headed out to work on another cold one this morning. Definitely hasn't been getting any warmer, but I looked at the weather this morning and we have some possible snow coming in this afternoon and tonight. And then tomorrow it's supposed to start warming back up a little bit, so basically we should start getting above zero tomorrow. We've been below zero for quite a while. We should start getting above zero now. Fingers crossed. We'll see. So anyway, yeah, but just headed out to work this morning. So really what I wanted to talk about today was something that came up the other day when I was doing my live stream and everything, and that was talking about taking photos of cards. And then also Bo mentioned it last night because he was talking about listing cards on eBay and stuff like that. So basically taking photos of cards. Sometimes I have people ask me, like, how do I get nice photos of cards? Like, why do the photos of my cards look nice? And so, I mean, sometimes I do scan cards, but most of the time I don't. Most of the time I just take photos, and I just use a simple LED light box. They come in different sizes. They come in different prices. You can find them on Amazon, eBay, like a lot of different places like that. And they generally cost in the range of, you know, I don't know, $15, $20, something like that. They're definitely not expensive. And they'll have a strip or two of LED lights inside that will light up the item and stuff like that. So yeah, so basically, and then they have different color backgrounds and things. So basically you just put your card in there on a stand and take the photo. But the thing is, like, one thing that you'll learn, and you'll have to play around with this to kind of get a style that you like, or get the photos to start turning out the way you like them. Some things that I do recommend is, one, if you don't want to use a stand, then lay it flat down and take the photo from above, of course. And there's a hole in the top where you can take photos from outside of the box in the hole on the top. So, you know, like, one, like, take the photos from above. And if you do want to use a stand, then the best way to do that is to use one of the Ultra Pro 2-piece stands. So don't use like the regular, like, you know, fixed stands or the BCW black stands, things like that. It's best to use the Ultra Pro 2-piece stands. So you have to put these together. But the reason why is because they're clear, and then on top of that, they have the smallest, like, profile in terms of the thing sticking up in front of the card, so it blocks out the least amount of the card. So I recommend using those types of stands. So yeah, if you want to take the photos on the stands. Now, when it comes to taking the photos, you can use a camera or you can use a phone. Probably 90% of the time, I use my phone because that's what I have set up and ready to go. I do have DSLR equipment and stuff like that, but it's not something that you have to like set up. I mean, basically, if I'm going out to do photography, like outside, like let's say that I want to go on a hike tomorrow and I want to take my camera and do some mountaintop photography. If I want to do that, then most likely my DSLR is going to be out and set up in the house at some point. So if that's the case, then I'll take some photos with it. But majority of the time, it's my phone. So a couple of tips for taking it with your phone is, so a lot of these cards have a gloss or a shine to them, which ends up showing reflections, shadows, things like that. You know, you can see yourself in the card. Like, you can see your reflection in the card, things like that. So one of the ways to get past that and to not have that on your cards is when you are taking your photo to actually get back away from the box and use a zoom feature on your camera if you have one. So for example, like I use a Samsung Galaxy S10, and it has a zoom, like, so basically I can zoom in, zoom out, things like that, within the camera app. So all I do is I just zoom in like 2x. I use the 2x zoom, and that gets me back far enough from the card that I don't get any reflections or a shadow, like reflections and things like that in the card. So, you know, so that's very helpful. Another thing is, you know, you might want to change the filtering a little bit, and if I do, I generally use the filters on my phone. So you might want to change that a little, and that's just because, like, sometimes the colors, like the sensor in your phone may not be picking them up really well, and it might make some things like dimmer than what they actually are, and things like that. So, but I don't worry about that. A lot of the photos that I post, I don't do a single thing to. I take the photo and I post it. Probably, yeah, again, that's probably 90% of the time. 90% of the time I just take the photo and post it. So, you know, so that's kind of another thing that you have to do sometimes, just depending on what you're taking the photo of. So basically, a light box, a phone or a camera, stand, no stand, those are different ways that you can take the photos of your cards and make them look nice. You know, like, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of ways that you can do it. You can do them without a light box. You don't have to have one. I took pretty decent looking photos without a light box. It's not a requirement. It's just like it gives me the cleanest looking photos when I'm using it. So anyway, and also one more thing, like if you're going to be doing a lot of photos at one time, I do recommend getting some sort of tripod system so that you can actually like set up and take the photos with the tripod. So you can put your phone on there, leave it on there, and just hit take, change the card out, hit take, change the card out, hit take. That way they all look consistent. So if you're taking a lot at one time, I suggest having a little tripod set up, holding your phone. And the thing is, like, I actually, sorry, that was my hand because I was having to turn off an alarm was going off on my phone. So anyway, so yeah, so I have my phone like set up on the tripod that I use for my camera, like my regular tripod. But I also have a GorillaPod, which is like the really flexible one that I use sometimes, things like that. So those are just a few tips of taking photos for your cards. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Also, if you haven't checked out 3B Collection, go check them out. Go check out Texas Card Dude. Go check out Bo at 1 Million Cubs. Go check out, let's see, Dan at Korean Cardboard. Go check out Justin at Charm City Crafts. And go check out Ken at Beans Ball Card Blog. So those are a few guys. Go check them out if you haven't already here on YouTube. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.